Have you noticed how your family's attitude changes every time you start winning? You've been held back, betrayed, and underestimated by those who were supposed to love you. But now, their time is up. If you feel it, if you know you're one of the chosen ones, keep watching. Right now, your so-called family is in a state of panic, scrambling in disbelief as you slip through the bars of the cage they locked you in. They never expected this day to come, but you did. What you're about to hear will confirm everything you felt deep within your soul. This isn't just an escape, it's a revolution of your spirit. You were never meant to blend in with the flock. From the moment you came into this world, your presence was a vibrant display of potential, a force that should have been celebrated. Yet instead of being allowed to flourish, you were locked into a metaphorical cage, treated as an outcast within your own family. They cast you as the scapegoat, the one to bear the weight of all their failures and insecurities. It wasn't enough for them to keep you in the shadows. They needed to dim your light so that their own shortcomings wouldn't be illuminated. Psychological abuse and manipulation became their tools of choice. Every word, every action was designed to erode your confidence, to plant seeds of self-doubt that would grow into towering walls of fear. They created an environment where you began to question your worth, where being your true self felt like a risk too great to take. The more you tried to assert your identity, the more they tightened the bars of that invisible cage, ensuring that you stayed trapped within their narrative. This abuse was a constant, relentless force. You were the one they blamed when things went wrong, whether it was the tension during family gatherings, the financial struggles that plagued them, or even the sour moods that darkened the household. It didn't matter what the issue was. You were the convenient target, the one on whom they could project all their unresolved issues. Every time you dared to speak up or to express yourself in your unique way, you were met with a barrage of criticism. They told you that you were too much, too different, and they used these words as weapons, wielding them with precision to cut down your spirit. They wanted you to believe that your differences were flaws, that your vibrant personality was a problem to be fixed rather than a gift to be cherished. They couldn't stand the sight of your true colors, the brilliant hues of your individuality that set you apart from them. So they forced you to hide, to dull your shine, to tuck away the feathers of your spirit like a peacock forced to stay drab in the face of its own brilliance. But those colors, those feathers, they never disappeared. They were always there, just beneath the surface, waiting for the moment when you would finally break free. And now, that moment has come. The cage they built around you is crumbling. The walls of manipulation and psychological abuse can no longer contain the force of your awakening. You are no longer the scapegoat, no longer the one who must bear the burdens of others. You are the peacock, and your true beauty is emerging, undeniable and radiant. The bars of that cage could never truly hold you because they were constructed out of lies, and lies have no power over the truth. The truth is that you were never the problem. They were. Their insecurities, their failures, their inability to accept your light were the real issues. And now, as you rise, they are being forced to confront the darkness within themselves. They are panicking because they know that without you to blame, they have nowhere to hide from their own shortcomings. As you unfurl your wings, revealing the full spectrum of your being, they are blinded by the brilliance they tried so hard to suppress. The very traits they sought to diminish are the ones that make you extraordinary. Your difference is your strength, your uniqueness is your power, and now that you are free, nothing can stop you from soaring. You were never meant to live in a cage, never meant to be anything less than extraordinary. Their attempts to break you only forged a stronger, more resilient spirit. Now, as they watch in stunned silence, unable to comprehend how you've escaped their grasp, you can finally take your place in the world as the vibrant, powerful being you were always meant to be. The cage is broken, and you are free. You are chosen, just as Joseph was chosen. Joseph, a man of vision and destined for greatness, was betrayed by those closest to him, his own brothers, who sold him into slavery out of jealousy and fear. They saw his potential, his divine favor, and it terrified them. Instead of nurturing his light, they sought to extinguish it. Yet even in the depths of despair, Joseph's destiny could not be denied. He rose to a position of power, fulfilling the very dreams they tried to crush. This is the path you walk, a path marked by betrayal and pain, but ultimately leading to triumph. Your destiny is unique, and like Joseph, you face challenges that seem insurmountable. Your family, the very people who should be your strongest supporters, may be the ones who attempt to hold you back the most. They see your potential, your greatness, and it unsettles them. They know that you are meant for something beyond the ordinary, something extraordinary. And in their fear, they use every tactic at their disposal to suppress you. They may not throw you into a literal pit, but the emotional and psychological tactics they employ are no less destructive. The peacock, with its coat of many colors, symbolizes the fullness of your potential, the vibrant spectrum of gifts and talents that you possess. When a peacock spreads its feathers, it is a display of majesty, an assertion of its presence that cannot be ignored. This is you. You have within you a brilliance that is meant to be seen, a light that is meant to shine. Yet just like Joseph's coat of many colors, your family sees your potential and tries to strip you of it. They may downplay your achievements, belittle your successes, or even make you feel guilty for being happy. They want to keep you small, to keep you hidden, because your light exposes their own darkness. Think of a time when you achieved something significant, perhaps a promotion at work, a personal milestone, or a moment of clarity in your spiritual journey. You were filled with excitement, ready to share your joy with those you loved. But instead of celebrating with you, they downplayed your success, perhaps with a dismissive comment or a cold shoulder. They may have even made you feel guilty for your happiness, as if your success somehow diminished them. This is the metaphorical tasing they use whenever you shine too brightly, a shock designed to keep you in line, to prevent you from spreading your wings. These psychological tactics are insidious. They may not be overt, but they are deeply effective. A snide remark here, a cold glance there, each one is a needle in the fabric of your confidence, designed to unravel your self-worth. They want you to doubt yourself, to question your value, so that you never rise to your full potential. But you must see these tactics for what they are: fear and insecurity masked as concern or criticism. Just as Joseph eventually rose to a position of power, despite his brothers' attempts to destroy him, you too will rise. Your destiny cannot be thwarted by their small-mindedness. The majesty of the peacock is in its ability to spread its feathers wide, to show the world its true colors. This is your time to spread your wings, to let the world see the fullness of your potential. The more they try to suppress you, the more determined you must be to rise. You are not meant to stay small, to hide your light, to make others comfortable. Your path is one of greatness, and just like Joseph, you will fulfill your destiny. No amount of manipulation, no psychological abuse can change the fact that you are chosen. The coat of many colors is yours to wear. The feathers are yours to spread. Let them try to dim your light. It only proves how bright you truly are. You have started to escape the cage they locked you in, and with every step you take, you're undergoing a profound transformation. Your soul and mind are awakening to the truth that has always been within you. This world was never meant to contain you. The walls they built around you, the lies they fed you to keep you small, are crumbling because you are beginning to see through the illusion. This is not just a shift, it's a divine intervention. God has sent angels to guide you, to aid in your escape, and to ensure that you rise to the greatness that has always been your birthright. You feel it, don't you? That surge of strength, that unshakable sense of clarity. It's as if the fog has lifted and you can finally see the path that was obscured for so long. You've started to set boundaries, to say no to unreasonable demands, and to distance yourself from those toxic family members who have drained your energy for far too long. This isn't just self-care. This is your spirit breaking free from the chains they tried to bind you with. Each act of defiance, each moment of reclaiming your power, is a step closer to your liberation. And they feel it too. The very people who once took pride in controlling you, in keeping you locked in that cage, are now watching in terror as you slip through their grasp. They see your growth, your newfound strength, and it terrifies them because it shines a light on their own inadequacies. They are afraid of the glory you are now expressing, the divine light that radiates from you as you rise above their petty manipulations. They see that you are no longer the scapegoat, no longer the person they could easily blame for their own shortcomings. They've noticed that you no longer react to their attempts to manipulate you. Their words, once sharp enough to cut deep, now fall flat against the armor of your awakened spirit. You've stopped attending those family events where you were always the target of their negativity, and they don't know how to handle it. You're no longer the easy mark, the one who would bend to their will. Instead, you stand tall, unyielding, and they can't stand to see it. Their panic is palpable. They might start sending you guilt-laden messages, trying to worm their way back into your life with phrases like, "We miss you," or "Why don't you come around anymore?" They might call you selfish for putting yourself first, for daring to prioritize your own well-being over their demands. But you know better now. You see these tactics for what they are, a desperate attempt to drag you back into the cage you fought so hard to escape. This is your time. You are breaking free, and there is no going back. The cage is no longer your home. It is a relic of a past that no longer defines you. Your soul is soaring, your mind is clear, and your spirit is aligned with a higher purpose. Let them panic, let them fear, because their power over you has been shattered. You are the chosen one, and nothing they do can ever contain you again. You must stand firm. The time has come for you to draw the line and refuse to let guilt, manipulation, or empty words sway you from the path of your true purpose. Family members who once thrived on your submission, who used your love and loyalty against you, are now scrambling to regain control. They might call you unexpectedly, feigning concern or pretending to miss you, but these are nothing more than desperate attempts to drag you back into the toxic dynamics you've worked so hard to escape. When they reach out, remember this: their words are not rooted in love or care, but in fear and control. Stand your ground, and do not be fooled by their superficial gestures. Emotional detachment is not a sign of coldness, but a necessary act of self-preservation. You must approach these manipulative attempts with a clear mind and rational thinking. When they tell you they need your help with something trivial, recognize it for what it is, a ploy to re-establish their hold on you. They want to see if you'll still bend to their will, if you'll drop everything for them as you once did. But you are no longer that person. You have evolved, awakened to the reality that your worth is not tied to their approval or acceptance. You must remain emotionally detached, keeping your mind clear and your heart protected. They may try to guilt-trip you with claims of family duty or obligations, but these are chains you've already broken. Don't let them reforge them. Forgiveness is essential, but it does not mean you must allow those who hurt you back into your life. Forgive them for their ignorance, for the pain they caused, but understand that true forgiveness does not require proximity. Love them from afar and protect your peace with unwavering resolve. Think of it like finally blocking someone on social media after they've repeatedly disrespected you. It's not about holding a grudge, but about setting a boundary that says, "Enough. You will not have access to my energy any longer." Forgiveness is a personal act, one that allows you to release the burden of their actions from your soul, but it does not obligate you to reopen the door they once slammed shut in your face. You must grieve the loss, for it is a loss, but do not let the pain bind you to them. Grieve for the love that was tainted by betrayal, for the trust that was shattered. Grieve for the family you wished you had, but release that pain as you release them. This grieving is a necessary process, a purging of the toxins they left in your spirit, but it is not a call to reconciliation. You do not owe them a second chance, a seat back at the table of your life. Your forgiveness is your own, a balm for your wounds, not a ticket for them to re-enter your life. You are rising, breaking free from the chains they tried to bind you with, and there is no going back. The power they once held over you is gone, and all that remains is your strength, your clarity, and your commitment to yourself. Let them call, let them plead, let them try. all they will find is a wall of resolve, a boundary that cannot be crossed. Your peace, your growth, your purpose are sacred, and you will not allow anyone to disrupt them again. God sees you, and God is proud. Every step you take towards prioritizing your well-being is a testament to the strength He has placed within you. When you choose to spend time in nature, soaking in the serenity of His creation, when you sit in silence to meditate, connecting deeply with the divine presence within you, or when you simply lose yourself in a hobby that brings you joy, these are not just acts of self-care. These are declarations of your resilience, your unwavering commitment to the path that God has set before you. You are showing up for yourself, and in doing so, you are showing up for the divine purpose that resides within you. God is watching, and with every choice you make to honor yourself, He swells with pride, knowing that His chosen one is rising to their true potential. You have faced countless obstacles, yet you continue to shine, to embrace the destiny that has been woven into the very fabric of your soul. Each day is significant, a new opportunity to step further into the light that is your birthright. There is no small victory in this process. Every moment you choose yourself over the lies and limitations that others have tried to impose on you is a triumph. God is not just watching from a distance. He is actively guiding you, placing His hand on your shoulder, reassuring you that you are on the right path. Your progress is a testament to the divine favor that covers you, and He wants you to know that every step forward, no matter how small it may seem, is a step towards the fulfillment of the destiny He has laid out for you. But God's guidance doesn't stop with just you. He knows the loneliness you felt, the deep ache in your heart from the lack of love and support from those who were supposed to be your family. He knows the pain of betrayal, of rejection, of being misunderstood, and He wants you to know that you are not alone, nor were you ever meant to walk this path in isolation. God is leading you to your soul tribe, the people who will truly see you, love you, and support you in ways your biological family never could. These are the people who resonate with your spirit, who understand the depth of your journey, because they too have walked a similar path. They are your soul connections, the true family that God has chosen for you. You may have already started meeting these people, perhaps in a spiritual community, a support group, or even online. They may have appeared in your life like a breath of fresh air, a stark contrast to the toxic relationships you've left behind. These are not coincidences. These meetings are divine appointments, orchestrated by God to bring you the love and support that your soul has been craving. You are not alone in this world, and the more you embrace your true self, the more these soul connections will emerge. This collective is already part of your soul tribe, and they are ready to stand beside you as you continue to rise. Your soul tribe is not just a replacement for what you've lost, it is the fulfillment of what you have always deserved. These relationships are rooted in truth, in mutual respect, and in a shared understanding of the spiritual path you are on. God is guiding you to them because He knows that you are stronger together, that your light will shine even brighter when it is joined by the lights of those who are meant to walk with you. Continue to shine, continue to embrace your destiny, and trust that God is leading you to exactly where you need to be, with exactly the people who are meant to be there with you. You have arrived at a pivotal moment where the scales are finally being balanced. For those family members who have caused you harm, who have used manipulation and deceit to keep you bound, Judgment Day has come. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, is holding them accountable for their actions. You might start noticing the cracks in their facade. Perhaps their manipulative ways are being exposed, or they're finding themselves increasingly isolated as the people around them begin to see their true colors. This is not coincidence. It's the universe setting things right, ensuring that those who sought to diminish your light are now facing the consequences of their actions. Your role in this is clear. Keep these individuals at a distance. They have no place in the victorious life you are building. You are rising, and with every step you take away from the toxicity they tried to envelop you in, you are stepping closer to the success and peace that are your divine inheritance. Their judgment is not your burden to bear. Your focus should remain on your own path, on continuing the journey that God has laid out for you. You have already made it so far, and there is no turning back now. Your victory is inevitable, and it's time to fully embrace it. Now it's your turn to share your story. You have been through the fire and emerged stronger, and your experience has the power to inspire others who are walking a similar path. Share what you've learned, how you've grown, and the ways in which you've overcome the obstacles that were placed in your way. Your story is a beacon for those who are still finding their way, and your voice is more powerful than you may realize. So, tell your story. Let the world see the strength that has brought you to this moment. Share the wisdom you've gained, and in doing so, continue to shine as the chosen one you are. Your words can uplift, inspire, and guide others toward their own paths of liberation and victory.